Hi, welcome to T3 Teach Tech Theater. I am Kirsten Branch.
And I'm Julie Benitez.
Today we want to share with you the most amazing icebreaker bonding game thing that we have ever come across. This is the miracle activity. So Julie, since you thought of it, you get to explain it.
All right. This activity is called Playdoh Smackdown. And it was born many, many moons ago when I think I was cleaning out something in my desk and there was a can of Play-Doh and I just had it sitting on my desk. And I had a really fun group of kids back then and they're like, why is there Play-Doh? And I'm like, maybe I want to play with Play-Doh. And they're like, can we play with Play-Doh? I'm like, sure, let's play. And so we created a game we called Playdoh Smackdown, which is that there are two teams or two groups or two people or two whatever or however many you want to make. Someone throws out a theme and you've got a few minutes to create the best whatever the theme was you possibly can. So I think in that very first time, I think it was around Thanksgiving, and I'm like, all right, Thanksgiving dinner. And we, you only have your one color, no mixing of colors. And you try to create your best Thanksgiving dinner that you possibly could or whatever you wanted to make. And it just gets everyone engaged immediately.
So this little 50 cent, I bought a whole bunch of these just actually not so long ago, but 50 cents at Walmart. And it's one of those rare things where it is so intense very, very quickly that it gets the kids out of here and gets them into here and breaks down walls. I can't tell you what an amazing thing it is. We use this when Julie and I teach in the summertime at La Jolla Playhouse to our incarcerated youth. This is one of the first activities we do. And it's something as simple as, all right, you've got 2 minutes, make a playground. Mm-hmm. And then everybody makes a playground in 2 minutes. So it's nice and short, right? So there's a little bit of urgency to it. But we're not trying to be beautiful and perfect. You got 2 minutes to make a Play-Doh playground. But the cool part is then that we go back and then everybody that's created has to docent their creation. So I made a slide, I made a rock wall, I made whatever. And we start to then, for us teaching tech theater, we start to talk about the fact that if you are a set designer and you have to create a playground, what is the easiest way to let an audience know there's a playground on stage? Well, what did everybody decide they had? They had a slide, they had a sandbox, they had a whatever. So that is our segue into the land of tech. But it is used so much in, I use it all the time, actually.
Well, and as Kirsten our district is just going back to full time. Mm-hmm. But Kirsten only in this quarter went from being virtual to being at school, period. And she had some walls to break down. And she recently did this and said, oh my God, we have to share this with others because it's so awesome. So Kirsten, tell us what happened.
I will, Julie. Thanks for Here we go. I think it was my first or second day of teaching, and this is freshman English. Okay. And I had done my Zoom thing to give the kids the assignment, and I'm sitting in an absolutely silent room. There are 10 students socially distanced staring at me through a mask. And I said, okay, this room is too quiet. It's making me nervous. I think we need to get up and move or do something. Would you like to do an activity? And this is what I got. Like nobody said, they all looked at me and I was like, hey, hello, this thing on? Yeah, what is this, a class or an oil painting? And nobody said anything. So I said it again. I said, I am speaking to you. What would you like to do? Do you want to do an activity, something fun and different, or do you want to work on this project? Again. So then I said, okay, we're all in brownies, right? Here we go. If you want to continue to do this activity that we're doing for class, do this. Nobody else can see you, but just do this. Make sure it's this finger because I'm sensitive, but this finger. And then if you want to do an activity, do this. So look around the room. Everybody has done this. Again, no, I'm the only one speaking in this entire classroom. So I went, all right, everybody get Play-Doh. And I gave them all a piece of cardstock, like 8.5 11 by 11 cardstock, so that could be their creation area. So I give everybody 2 minutes and they are creating a playground. And so everybody's going, I've got music playing and such like that. And then 2 minutes is called. Now, what Julie and I've done in the past is we've said, okay, so explain your sculptures. But I knew for a fact if they couldn't say that they wanted to do something and I was just being stared at by humans, there was no way. So I said, okay, who's got a slide? Raise your hand. Who's got a merry-go-round? Raise your hand. Who's got a this? Raise your hand. And then I said, who has something I did not say? Hands started going up. Oh, I did this. I did this. Oh, you did that. I did that. And after a while, suddenly this class was speaking to each other over Play-Doh.
Hallelujah.
It is the most amazing thing.
And something that we have found over the years is that it's shocking how many students have not actually played with Play-Doh or clay in their lives. And so they're just, as Kirsten said, it gets them out of here and into here because there's some tactile thing going on and they're enjoying that part of it. And they're not thinking too much about what's going on. They're just creating, which isn't that what we all want? We want them to be able to create.
So it just ended up being kind of an amazing icebreaker. I had a very kind of a similar experience with my theater kids this quarter, a couple weeks ago. I'm in week 4 of this quarter. And same thing, theater kids, beginning theater kids sitting in a room, nobody's speaking.
Right.
Right. Which is like, wait, what? And so same thing, we ended up playing Playdoh Smackdown as we were going through the different rounds. So, and for me, it's like 2 minutes playground, and then it's 4 minutes to make an amusement park. And then the time gets a little bit bigger as the project gets bigger. What ended up happening is that pretty soon somebody, they're socially distanced, but they're still kind of talking to each other. And pretty soon it was like, hey, what's your name? Oh, my name's this. Oh, nice to meet you. They had been with each other for an entire quarter. Nobody knows anybody's names. Mm-hmm. And just kind of just because they're out of here, they can allow all of those walls and the terror of being around other humans, that's gone because they're doing this. It is amazing.
Totally worth the 50 cents.
Totally worth the 50 cents. So we wanted to share with you the wisdom of Playdoh Smackdown. And I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm helping plan the back to school staff days. And I think we might just be doing some Playdoh Smackdown because we got some tired, bitter, angry teachers around town here. And they need to get out of here and into here.
Oh, Kirsten, I think you've just given me an idea because I think I might have to do that myself.
Yep.
Love that.
Yep.
And this is an excellent icebreaker, but as we alluded to earlier, it totally is a segue into what does a set designer look for? What are the iconic things so that's a playground? What is it that we all had? If you talk about playground, amusement park, I frequently do a deserted island with pirates. Or an outer space, stuff like that. And you're like, what is it that we all have done? What would make that come across? And it just opens up their eyes of like, she said, who has a slide? I have a slide. Yep, that's probably an important one for this, who has swings? It just gets them thinking.
Yep, Jurassic Park always has a brontosaurus. It doesn't matter who, but Jurassic Park people always make a brontosaurus. So we just wanted to kind of pass that on because it's a tried and true. Julie and I've been doing Playdoh Smackdown for years and years. And then it just suddenly lit a fire under 2 classes of automatons in the last couple of weeks. And we were like, oh, we got to talk about Playdoh Smackdown. So if it works for us, it can work for you.
Absolutely.
So low stress, low status, highly recommended. And as always, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. We've been a little sporadic lately because we are just swamped with everything that is happening. And in 2 weeks, we go back to 100% full-time kids, which is going to be an interesting journey. So I'm sure.
And still online kids.
And still online kids. So yeah, we're having a good time. But if you have any questions whatsoever, please reach out to us at teachtechtheater@gmail.com. Feel free to become a member of our little group of merry theater makers at www.teachtechtheater.org. If you become a member, you have access to a ton of curriculum, all free. We don't spam you with stuff. We don't sell your information. We just want to give you what we got.
Mm-hmm.
So we hope to see you soon, and take care. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
Have a great day.